fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you, and for anybody new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also, if you are new here, we do things a little bit different around here, so strap in, hang on, and we'll find out together. So today we are getting a message that you need to hear at this time. We're using a new deck called the Cosmic Dreamscape Astrology Oracle. This is by Knock Knock. This is absolutely an incredible deck. So let us go ahead and find out the card that's coming through. What is the message that my fellow humans need to hear at this time, Source? What message would you like to come through? What oracle card is going to help us better understand that today? Thank you. Alright, today's not going to be a super long one. I'm running short on time, but we're going to get there. Fourth house came out again on the bottom. Back to the basics. Okay, so this feels like beginner mindset again. How can we begin again? But let's get into it. So, Source, what is the message my fellow humans need to know at this time? What would you like to share with them? What is the message they need to know? Yeah, look at this. Mars, Aries, and the 7th house. Okay. Mars energy is all about new beginnings. Aries energy, all about new beginnings. So, and then we've got the 4th house on the bottom, which is back to basics. So this is all about how can you have a beginner's mindset. With the 7th house here, do you see this in relationships, in connections, in business partnerships, having connections with people? There's a need to begin again, which is saying that you've been hurt by a lot of people in life. You've had a lot of people who haven't trusted you. You've experienced a lot of betrayals in your relationships. Whatever the situation is, there's been a lot of ups and downs. And it's been really difficult to find that common, even ground again. It's like, how am I ever going to trust people when all I keep thinking about is how much someone's hurt me, or how much someone's been mean to me, or how someone has dismissed me in the past, or who's taken me into competitions I didn't want to be a part of. And sometimes when we're healing, it's good for us to draw away from everybody for a while so we can understand who we are without a whole bunch of people in our energy. But if we don't ever get back out there and reconnect with people, we're always going to be alone. And we're social creatures. Like, that's part of our design. And community around us is very important. And so what this feels like is that it's vital for you to put yourself out there again and begin again. Right? Begin again. Start at the basics. And if you're like, well, I don't know what the basics are. The people I knew in my life, I always knew since a kid. You know, when you're a kid, you're just like, hey, can we be friends? And you're like, yeah, sure. And that's how it starts. Well, instead of maybe just start getting to know a person, asking questions. Do they ask you questions? Are they invested in getting to know you? You know, this is a good way to see, are people really invested in knowing who you are? And instead of judging everybody that you meet, saying, oh, no one wants to get to know me because no one's ever gotten to know me in the past, you're already putting out that energy that where you're going to create connections with people who are emotionally disconnected, or people who are emotionally unavailable. And so saying, you know what, my tribe is going to find me and I'm going to find my tribe is a way better thing to think about. And knowing that the people who care about you, who truly care about you, they're going to want to get to know you. But we got to go back to the basics and begin again is what this really feels like. And don't be afraid to take charge. Like, ask somebody questions. Get to know another person before they get to know you. And that actually comes from How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a book. I think it's by Andrew Carnegie. It's a really old book, but it is actually pretty sound. And he talks about how when you're getting to know people, instead of talking about yourself, ask them about themselves and just keep asking them questions about themselves. And after a while, this miraculous thing happens where it's like, wow, I've really been talking about myself this, for normal people, I should say, people who are aware of other people. They'll be like, wow, I've been talking about myself this whole time. Why don't you tell me about you? And if you've been talking to someone for a long time and you keep asking them questions about themselves, but they never ask you questions, like, that's fine. You've never given away any inner information to, you know, be vulnerable with them or to have them hurt you or anything like that. You're safe, right? Which, being vulnerable is actually our greatest strength, and sharing things about ourselves is one of the greatest things that gives us empowerment. It's like, you know what, I went through this and I survived that, and no one else can take that away from you, and no one else can make you feel any one way. But if someone's actions are making you feel a certain way, then that's a beautiful blueprint for us to do more internal healing. But the thing here is that if you're connecting with people who don't care, they're only going to talk about themselves. Like, they're never going to ask about you. And then it's easy. It's easy because you're going to be like, this person's just not for me. And there's no hard feelings there at all. So we've got the World coming out with Archangel Michael. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Yeah, you're completing the end of this process. Is a new beginning. It's okay to begin again, right? This is a new beginning for you. You've gotten rid of so much heavy stuff. Don't keep expecting to carry that in with you when you've already put down that luggage, that baggage, that anchor, whatever you want to call it. Don't pick it back up again, right? So putting your thoughts in check is very important here. Yeah, the Chariot with Archangel Metatron. Determination and self-control. Career advancement and acknowledgement of success by others. So there are people who are seeing you do well. There are people who are cheering you on. There are people who want you to succeed and do well, right? But sometimes it's hard when all we've dealt with are people who try to put us down or try to hurt us or try to manipulate us. You've healed from so much. And I feel like what you need to hear is that there are people out there who are on your side. Right? The Four of Michael. Insights come from quiet meditation. The need for more sleep or time off. Seek relief from stress. And in the Tarot Marseille, this card actually talks about peer pressure when it's in the upright. And it talks about being stuck when it's in the reverse. Okay? But if we look at it from the Tarot Marseille in the upright here, peer pressure, like people pressuring you to be a certain way, that is what's ending here, right? In this spread, that's what's ending here. That's what you're letting go of. You have spiritually dropped whatever the emotional connection was to attracting in people who didn't see your value. That's something you've been working on. And part of that comes from us learning to see our own value and worth. Right? Seeing what lights us up and seeing that we deserve to be seen for that. But sometimes it's still hard because you always want to question people's motives. But the more you're in questioning people's motives, instead of just letting people show up for who they are, it's easy to slip back into resentment. It's easy to slip back into blame and shame and guilt once again. Rather than just saying, I'm going to share who I am because I'm content and happy with who I am. And if people don't want to keep showing up, that's okay. That's no beef off your back. Like, that's no skin off your back. There we go. Right? That's their issue. And let that be their issue. And I feel like that's the message you need to hear today, is that there are people in the world that do care, love, and admire you so much. And they want to see you succeed. To connect with these people, you're just going to have to begin again and trust in the process. The process is to be vulnerable with people. That helps us heal more than we could ever imagine. Sometimes just being able to share a piece of yourself with another person is the most magical healing that we can ever experience. But if you're so closed off to inviting people in, that might not ever happen for you. And so you're missing out on something that can be transformative in your journey. All right, let's get some more on it here and see what's going to come through. What else would you like to share with us today, Source? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yin energy, receptivity, receiving, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and this is all about receiving the love from others. See, it can put us in this place of really spending time in resistance. It's like, oh, people don't want to love me. Like, why would they ever want to love me? Well, you deserve love. That's exactly why people would love you, because you deserve love. What else would you like to share with us today, Source? Okay, they want that one and that one. I'll take it. Alright, on the bottom we've got hidden truth. Hidden things, secret treasure, tip of the iceberg. Most of the time you keep people at arm's length. And that's why I think a lot of people do eventually leave. It's not you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just that they feel that you're not willing to give to them. And maybe in the past, that has been a real thing. It's like, if I give to people, they're just going to hurt me some more. And yes, that's a real thing that you've experienced. But I feel like what Source is saying here is that it's time for you to open up your heart and let people in. Look, to chat, exchange information, disclose information, and inquire. Yeah, to chat with people. Don't be afraid to chat. Have a conversation. You're gonna know who's genuine and who isn't just by the way people show up. The promise is already yours. We have oath, contract, and emotional bond. You're meant to have people on this journey with you who connect with you and love you unconditionally, and you love them unconditionally. That's something that you're meant to experience on this journey. And you are transforming. Okay, evolution here. Reinvent, new beginnings. It's okay to begin again. Purify. Look at this angel. Innocence, holiness, humility, and virtue. Yeah. You're purifying your energy. Trust that that is helping you come into a place where you can reconnect with people in a beautiful way and actually have a tribe of people around you. Even if that tribe is one person, isn't it worth having one person that's your ride or die? Right? Cooperation, acceptance, listening, teamwork, win-win. Like, the energy is very clear here. Okay, do I want another? Yeah, I want to get one of these. Got a couple of new decks. Make sure you're checking out my pick a cards because I'm using them in the pick a cards. So if you want to know what they are, I've mentioned them in the pick a cards, what they are, during the readings when I'm using them. But this is the Prism Oracle. On the bottom, faith. Have faith. Like, in full circle, right? Everything is going to come back around. Everything is going to find its place. Right? Check out Brett Young, The Long Way Home, the song. Check it out. Right? Yeah, just check it out. Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. We're trying to bring this creativity into your life, this loyalty. Okay, this new energy. House 1, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. And it's funny because in this deck, the House 1, if I remember correctly, it says check your identity, which is funny because it's like, are you identifying with an old story, an outdated story that no longer needs to be in your energy, right? So making sure that you're focusing on where you're at now and what new possibilities can come in now. Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusing. So trust in the trust in the mystery of life, but don't be afraid to wander into the unknown. Reconcile, repair, cure, understanding, and concession. And I feel like this is just reconciling with yourself and the differences that you've had with other people. It's not necessarily about inviting those people back in. It's literally this energy of saying, like, okay, I understand that they just weren't on the same page as I was, and that's okay. It's almost like there's no crying over spilt milk type of energy. You're understanding this now. And it's not that you didn't understand that before, but it's like when you're so emotionally invested in something, you're holding on so tightly that it's hard to see it as anything but the worst possible thing that's happening to us. And there's something here that's shifting for you where you're coming into this inner standing that holding on to that is not serving you anymore. Commitment. Look, I cannot make this up. We have oath twice. Agreement, pledge, and promise. Oath and promise. There is at least a person, okay? And I'm not saying it's a romantic interest. I'm not saying it's who they are. but there's at least a person out there who is your person. Like, they're your soul tribe. They're meant to go through thick and thin with you. Like, this is somebody who's going to stand by your side. They're committed to you, and you're going to be committed to them. They're absolutely loyal to you. Rest. The time is to rest. And I think we got rest from the Four of Swords over here as well. Okay, so right now it's important for you to rest. It's important for you to heal, to integrate what it is that you've been doing. Okay, you've been doing a lot of healing, but also to open your heart. And I feel like with the green card here, because this is connected with the heart chakra, it's okay for you to rest. In other words, it's like it's okay for your heart to rest now, because it's not going to have to fight anymore to fight people off or to try to be heard or try to be understood anymore. Like, that's no longer a thing for you. It's going away. There's a lot of heart healing here. Look at this. Ceres, reconnect with yourself. We're going to read this. There's a couple of things in here that I'm actually learning as we go. So conjunction, junction, what's your function? Da-da-da-da. Okay, I don't know what that's doing, but anyways, we're gonna go with it. Reconnect with yourself. It might be time to disconnect from your phone, stresses, and the day-to-day junk that keeps you from being one with the natural world around you. Ceres is the asteroid that rules over nature and the earth, inspiring us to focus on the synergistic relationship between all things. This card is a sign that it's time to step back and to foster a deeper relationship with your spirit. Take a quiet walk in nature to clear your head. Try a fun craft or a puzzle instead of watching TV. Do a weekend social media detox to get away from the mindless chatter. You'll be surprised at the clarity you can find when you turn down all the unnatural noise. So that might be the other thing too, is that it's hard for you to see the possibility of a connection in your life because there's so much chatter going on. Like, always have a distraction going on, or always on the go, or there's always busy energy here. And it's interesting because underneath the 4th house, like, we have the descendant, which is 2 is better than 1. Look, shaking hands. So for you to connect, I feel like the thing is that somebody's going to come into your energy, but for you to really, truly connect with this person, you're going to have to trust your intuition, and you're going to have to trust that you're going to get vulnerable with them. And that's a very scary place for you. And it's through that you're going to build a friendship that goes beyond anything that you could have ever imagined before. Okay? So this is a very powerful reading. This is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little green heart emoji down below and say it is through trusting the process and finding strength in my vulnerability that I connect with the tribe that walks in this 3D realm with me. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member of the channel. With that being said, I do want to take a quick second and thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this very profound message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.